Alrighty, this is criminal summoning. The 5K so-called reindeer run is another piece of evidence showing public corruption in the city of Ontario, how an entity is engaged in criminal surveillance with the people of the state. And it's the same criminal elements of monitoring. Civic environment, there's the fake moon over me, and the entity, this is where the fake sun rises, and they are engaged in getting out all of their sexually perverted and demonic, deranged stalking tactics out while they have an excuse, or so they think, to pace all around me and to molest me with impossible light, while the sex offenders, the demon-possessed Ontario police, and the sex offenders, the demon-possessed city of Ontario, are literally surrounding with light activity. They're surrounding me, monitoring, just like the demons who are the people of the state do all night long. But also, as I get up and start packing up my property, the demons are monitoring every move that I make. So that's what is traffic, and they're actually demons and engineer light pacing back and forth. This is what the sex offenders, the mentally ill, the Ontario Police Department are engaging in. That is a sex offense, sexual assault and battery under the guise of the red and blue white lights. The Ontario Police that are stalking on an ongoing basis, and it doesn't change because they call the pattern of conduct reindeer run, where the same demon-possessed people of the state are engaging in what is that pattern of conduct together. The entity is engaged in surrounding with light activity. This is light activity, and they're pacing as opposed to engaging, oh, I'm putting the porta potties over here and I'm putting up the cones over. They're pacing all around me and monitoring pursuant to what it is that I'm doing as I do it, while they are on the surface preparing for what is on the same street where the fake sun rises and sets. This is documentation of sexual assault and battery at 537 North Euclid Avenue. I want you to look at the impossible light. This is this right here. This object is flat on the ground, and it is also on the wall. This is, again, my shadow that's projected, my shadow that are multiple shadows that are on the ground. This is where the Ontario police are demon possessed, and they're engaged in an ongoing sex offense. They're being disbanded in the first place. This is documentation showing the thorough evidence of what is a thoroughly corrupt entity that shares in criminal surveillance and furtherance of murder. And they're today calling it the 5K reindeer run. It's the same demon-possessed population. They're all in me. They're stalking me. They're monitoring me, and they pace by me with that same impossible light activity in the specific environment as I engage in any movement. This is what they do concerning my vagina. So you could see them outside, because this is what they do concerning knowledge about my vagina and obsession with my vagina. This is P.O.C. All right, it is currently, by the way, 5:58 a.m. This is the entity that's engaging in that pattern of conduct. That's this object, my shadow projecting. That's not headlights, and that's a golf cart. That's how blatantly demonic and idiotic. It's as idiotic as a fake sun. The demon possessed are not here to be intelligent. They're here for you to witness what is the removal of their effective, or what they thought was effective, witchcraft, for you to see the entity in one way. This is the removal of that illusion. Okay, this is the entity that is, and that is through the power of Christ, the removal of that witchcraft, that veil, that illusion, where you're looking at one thing and you are deceived and thinking that it is one thing, and I'm showing you it's an entirely other. All right, these are vagina monitors. These are sex offenders that are engaging in what is criminal surveillance. And this is the removal of Paul Leon. Every event that the city of Ontario is engaging in is acting in furtherance of my murder. They're gang stalking me, spending a lot of money and resources, and sharing in that massive criminal act with every department in the city of Ontario. The amplified train activity is while psychopath is pacing. Demonic. This is demonic activity. And you cannot hear the Union Pacific train. This is the entity that's engaging in what is absurd and demented, unintelligent. That's synonymous with what is demonic. This is P.O.C. It is currently, again, 6 a.m. Union Pacific Railroad train tracks. Not only is it not on the tracks, you're not going to hear it. And remember, the entity was doing that inside of Tracy Banks' apartment, inside of the parking lot of Woodside Senior Apartments. There's a body of evidence doing it while I'm inside of the vehicle at Fern and G Street, a distance away from here. Those are demons that are stalking. It includes the Ontario Police. It's just red and blue lights that are sexually violating my body, while you're stalking in furtherance of murdering me. Your mental illness and your criminal conduct are going to be used against you in a court of law. This is P.O.C. It is currently 6 a.m. on the dot.